Hello there everybody, Pokemon here, and so today I'm going to be showing you 6 cool things that you can do in Minecraft. And this is in Bedrock, and you can't I think all of these things you have to use commands for, but they're still pretty cool nonetheless. But to start off, we're gonna start with this thing. And if you don't know what this thing is, it's the Ender Dragon. Which might be a little confusing because it's not moving around, but this is, so if you place a spawner, then you put an end dragon in there, it just summons this random sort of end dragon just in here, and yeah, and then for the larger scale, if you can just like summon like a whole bunch of these guys, and they'll all just sort of stay there as long as you don't like destroy all the spawners and try to get rid of all of them. But for the most part, they'll all still be there. But yeah, it looks really crazy and really weird because all of them sort of like mix together, because you can't like fight them, you can't punch them, you can't like do anything against them. They're just sort of there. And but yeah, and then I'm pretty sure if you destroy all the spawners sort of one by one, then you're able to sort of get rid of them and stuff. Or if you not, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure why and or how. Oh yep, there we go, how this is happening exactly, but it's still pretty interesting and cool to look at, especially if you want like some sort of build where you have like the end dragon and trapped in something or something like that. But let's move on from that. Okay, so moving on, so in this room there are like a whole bunch of buttons, and what you're able to do with these buttons, as you see, I'm in survival mode now, but what you're able to do is you're able to like do like all these crazy things. Like if you look to the left, you're able to see that I don't even know how many hearts. It's just a whole bunch. I don't even think all of them are on the screen. I think there's some like below the screen, as well as the fact that I also have regeneration, which you can see is for a really long time. But yeah, it doesn't like fix the hunger or anything, but let's just get rid of those effects. And then another cool thing that you can do is make yourself extremely fast. This isn't just like, as you can probably tell, my sort of like viewing didn't just change, my speed also changed with it. Let's hope I can press this button. There we go. Let's head back to creative mode, because creative mode. Next, we have a room full of a whole bunch of things that you probably don't entirely know. But if you do, then you probably know that all of these blocks are different things that you can only get through using commands. And all of these do like different things. Like this one is called the allow block. It only lets you do things like if you stand on it, it allows you to place blocks, I'm pretty sure. And the deny blocks does the opposite, it doesn't allow you. And then that's a barrier block, that's a structure void block, and just all these different blocks do different things. And but yeah, they're all fairly useful, especially for like building. Like if you're building a map, and I think there was a command, yeah, this, and it's supposed to go here. Yeah, there we go. But a lot of these are functional for like if you want to make like your own like sort of world and just like make all these crazy things happen and stuff, especially with like command blocks, which has been like how I've been sort of doing the things, like how I got all those potion effects and how I was able to teleport to that like bigger structure and stuff. But yeah, let's move on. Okay, moving on. This doesn't look like too much, but there's actually a lot in here. So if you press this button, you're able to summon a whole bunch of zombies. And you can just press this more than once. Like, you can press this as much as you want. I just wouldn't entirely recommend it because, as you can probably tell, my frames per second are going lower and lower each time I press the button. Or maybe, I don't know, it's just giving me a thing. Let's kill all of them. Which will actually end up, as you can already see, it sort of looks pretty cool with like all the thingies, but it also looks really cool with all the rotten flesh just sort of molding together into like one almost like 3D structure, because as you can probably see with the regular pieces of rotten flesh, it's fairly 2D, not completely 2D, but 2D enough so that you can like sort of see past it. But for a second there, all that rotten flesh that had been like dropped from the zombies was all sort of molding into like a 3D model, which is pretty cool. But yeah, let's go to the next thing. The next thing, here we have two different buttons, and so what these buttons do is they make it so that with this one, I'm able to have an anvil in this hand and in my off hand. So that means with the press of a button, you can have like 2 anvils, or you can replace this anvil with like something else if you want to, or like you can just sort of put things in different areas if you want to. And then with this button's actually pretty cool, especially for map building, because you're able to sort of, you can't necessarily see it because this is bedrock, but you're able to sort of put like different things that you want in like the armor places, and you can't place it back. But if you want to sort of like trick somebody, or if you want to make a map where there's like a hidden button and it turns out that it's on their like head or something, then you're able to just sort of like put it on there and it'll be hidden in bedrock. In Java, it's actually pretty cool. You're able to actually see the thing, but in bedrock you're not able to. But yeah, let's just move on to the next thing. Okay, so here is the final thing. Here's the final thing of the 6 things that I made this video for. But so let's start with this button. And so this summons a zombie, and what this zombie is gonna do is it is going to do this. And it might not look like much, but with the help of play animation commands, you're able to sort of like do a lot of different things. Like let's just kill this guy, bring back a new one. But yeah, with play animation, you're able to do a whole bunch of different stuff. This is only a bedrock command, but at some point it might be added to Java. But and then yeah, you're able to make this guy look like that, and I think, yep, also myself. So you can just sort of play around with all these commands. You can play around with play animation command, but yeah. But yeah, other than that, please do like and subscribe, and yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Bye.